Hi, Clark F. Harvey, the barbecue mortgage guy, owner of First Rate Mortgage. I want to talk to you today about the current market conditions in the real estate, lending, and all the other facets that affect the real estate community. Let's just talk about the elephant in the room, the distancing right now and physical distancing, not just social distancing, but, keeping compliant with the current guidelines that the president of the United States has set for us and our governors. And it's all going to be individual per state, per city, county, and just comply with those is the biggest thing, and be prudent in that. So, in regards to that, our company is we currently work from home and been able to keep our employees safe from the virus as long as they do their own personal protection. And so we're fully operational at home, which is great. But let's talk about some of those that can't be. What if you're looking to buy a house in today's market? You want to go see some homes. You want to sell a home, and you're going to have people come through your home. What's the counsel on that? Well, the National Association of Realtors has, given us a guideline. One of which is, they're still allowing open houses and so forth, but again, keeping in compliance with the current city and county, state, national guidelines. And that is, using protective, gloves and mask, allowing no more than 10 people in the home at one time. And that's a way to circumvent that. Some agents are being creative and doing like virtual tours, some on Facebook Live, things like that, to be able to be creative and show a home. Inspectors are using protective gear as well when they go in to inspect a home. Certainly buyers, I would be cautious as well. Better to be err on the side of prudence and caution than not. And so that's some of the counsel, some of the direction I've seen going out there. Now let's talk about in the lending world. Appraisers, Fannie Mae just came out with, we still are waiting for the government loans, the VA, FHA, and so forth. We haven't heard any counsel on them. They're still going in and inspecting inside the home. Fannie Mae has allowed us temporarily to do just outside inspections, what they call a drive-by, to do that and to keep both the family safe and the individual, the appraiser, safe as well. So currently that's in place. Verification of employment has been a bit of a challenge. Fannie Mae has come out with that as well to allow some leniency on that. They're still doing them, but not with the strict guidelines that they were before. And so it helps keep everything moving on. So currently as a country, we're about 250% volume increase, all within about a 3-week period. And so what that happens is it's just, there's only so many bodies can handle all this. And so the rates were really fantastic a few weeks ago. The market's been all over the place, the mortgage-backed securities, and that's what, is tied to the mortgage rates, not what the feds do. And so there's been so much speculation and uncertainty that the mortgage rates have been all over the place. And the sheer demand has, caused some of the lenders to artificially inflate their rates just to slow the flow. They can only handle so much, so they want to keep their turn times within guideline. Right now, we're trying to do as many people as we can get an appraisal waiver. The automated findings show if they get a waiver or not. There's certain restriction guidelines on that. Don't need to get into those, but if you get a waiver, that speeds up the process. We'd probably close your deal in 30 days. If it's we need an appraisal, then we're going 45 to 60 days, depending on the lender. And we're still able to get those done. We're turning them around still pretty quickly as far as in underwriting and approvals. But that is day to day and lender to lender. And so title companies are struggling to keep up with it. Appraisers are struggling to keep up with the sheer demand, getting things out in a timely manner. I know one of the title companies I work with, they're doing notaries to keep the physical distancing down to a minimum for people. And so what that means is they're just going to send a notary out to the client's home, and they'll have their protective gear on and so forth, and sign the documents and still be safe and keep families safe and keep themselves safe. As far as that's concerned, we're doing our best to keep up with the demand, keeping our clients updated as best as possible. Biggest thing right now is to have patience, and we will keep you informed, but just allow a little bit of grace going on right now. We will keep up with that volume and get it flushed through. It remains to be seen how long this is going to last. We just don't know. Hopefully those that are in leadership positions in our country and state can get a handle on this. The best thing we can do as a community is be prudent in what we do within our families. So one of the things that I have learned, and me personally, you probably felt the same way, and I just wanted to share my thoughts on this, of how really connected we are globally, not just individually and so forth, but really that product that we want to buy from this site or from this store or whatever, it comes from China, or it comes from Europe, or it comes from Georgia, or wherever it comes from, Mexico, and that product's not available because of this situation we're in. And so if anything I have felt and learned is that we really are connected globally, but really we also hopefully returned and realized what really is important in our values and our family, and spending quality time with each other. Although some of us may want to strangle each other on how close quartered we are and how many's in the home and so forth. But I think just having grace with one another, allowing people, to share, because everyone's going to experience this differently and express this differently, how they're feeling. And I think that's okay. Maybe not in line with what you view, but everyone's going to express this differently, and allow people to do that. This is challenging times. We haven't seen this before. However, we are an intelligent group of people and Americans and citizens, and we have a lot of resources. And so I think if we just are prudent and wise and keep our minds level, we'll be able to all navigate through this deal and help each other out, because there are a lot of people that do need help, and that we can do. Whatever that looks like, even if it's just a phone call. Unfortunately, my father is in lockdown in a full-time facility. He's unable to have the use of his left side because of a stroke. My mom can't go see him. We can't go see him, but we FaceTime my dad. In fact, we FaceTimed the other day, and he says, "Son, I want some KFC." I said, "All right, Dad, I'm going to go through the drive-through, get some KFC. I'm going to bring it to the door where he's at." And the nurse took it in and brought him some, little drinks that he could have, and he had some KFC. That's what he wanted. And I said, "Okay, Father." And so there's ways to work around. We can't see him physically. I have 2 children outside of the country. We have children in other states, and we're doing a lot of FaceTime, a lot of ways that we can do or to communicate with them and see them and express our love, whether it be a phone call, a text. I think that's the important lesson that we can learn through this, and to let our friends know that we care and be genuine. Let's talk about a group that I've just created just today in support of real estate agents, and how we can help each other and support each other and have some good creative ideas and how we can keep the real estate market moving. I just heard about a week ago, one home was listed. Real estate agent posted on there on social media that they had 52 offers. So the demand is still there. We're still doing purchase loans. We're still doing refinances. People still need to, sell places. The market still continues. People still need to upgrade or want to upgrade or get a larger home. They want to downsize. They want to have equity, get a home equity line of credit, refinance, get cash out, whatever that looks like. That's all over the board. the demand is still there. People are still getting married. People are still, divorcing. So those things still need to happen, meaning the housing market is still going. It still needs to continue. That's the positive thing in all this. If you're able to work from home, I recommend certainly do that. I think that's the prudent thing to do. And really, just keep positive on this and be grateful for what we do have and not worry about things that we don't have. Let's keep our minds where it needs to be and focus on the end goal, which is our clients, which is helping navigate them through all this process. And that's really what we need to be doing as people in mortgage, real estate, title industry, all those facets, is passing that confidence on and how to solve their current issues. That's what we want to talk about in the group. Thanks. That's my thoughts and feelings on this. And you guys have a fantastic day and stay safe out there.
You've been listening to Clark Harvey, the BBQ Mortgage Guy. Clark is a licensed mortgage loan originator, NMLS number 240452, and his company, First Rate Mortgage, NMLS number 1172332. You can get a hold of Clark at area code 801-562-9100 or at his website at www.thebbqmortgageguy.com.